What are you giving up due to inflation or the cost of living?
Well, I mean, I don't drive, I bike, I walk. I go to thrift shops because they're cool, and I don't know, just stuff to make it cheaper in the pocket but still look respectable at the same time. So
I would say more of like the luxury things, like going out, more pricey clothes and makeup and things like that. Yeah. You don't go out to like a movie as much as you would anymore. Like I think the price is now like $20 a ticket. It's crazy, just to like do those luxury things. I think most of the time you got to keep it basic and then just treat yourself every once in a while with the new high costs. But I'm fortunate enough that I can afford the basic necessities still, but I know that's not the case for everyone.
Mostly trying not to spend as much as I used to, I guess, just on random things that I shouldn't be buying at the time when I can be saving money and trying to put it towards something else, either a trip or down payment for a house that I'm trying to save for later on. And
it's the extra stuff, right? So I'm concentrating on the things we need rather than the things we want, and the things we want go on a list that maybe we'll get to type of thing. Yeah. So it's the treats, it's the going to the local restaurant, which is a shame because I'd like to support them. It's it's those type of things that I've cut back on.
I don't go and buy a new car every year. I don't lease it. I still do traveling because that's who I am. Don't eat out very often. Buy less booze. So I am one of the fortunate few.
Yeah, well, I think everybody's struggling to put money in their bank account, right? So I work in banking and finance, and I deal with planning every day. So I think what I'm personally giving up is, my standard of living, for sure. You can't afford as much of a house, as much of property. You can't build wealth as quickly. It's a little bit of a trickier game out there these days. So I think that's part of what I'm giving up is more money left in my pocket at the end of the day.
I don't know that I would say I am truly giving up anything, but I'm very conscious about my grocery shopping. So there are certainly many things I don't buy now because the price has gone up. Grapes, lots of fruit, and that's a shame that people aren't buying as many of the fresh fruits and vegetables. So that, as well as I'm very conscious of how much I drive because of the cost of gas. I do live out of town on an acreage, so I have to drive in. I don't have a choice.
We shouldn't have to sacrifice things that we are essential to us. Like, we need groceries, but also we need to do other things in life. Like, we can't just try and budget everything just for food, but sometimes that's the case, and unfortunately it's not getting any better.
Lots. I would say nowadays I'm trying to be very conservative with my spending, being very frugal, shopping, discount stores, going to dollar stores, going to Winners, whatever it is, because I can't afford a lot of the luxuries that I used to. So I guess it starts with just going to discount stores and getting things when they're on sale.
Definitely. I've been trying to move, which I can't anymore because a new place, the prices are insane right now. Went to Independent yesterday. A whole chicken is like $25, right? So I've had to cut down on a lot of the things that I used to take for granted before, and it's good in some ways. I make most of my meals now myself nowadays, but it's getting too high to live here.
Eating out is expensive to eat out. I'm sorry, but a lot of people rely on people eating out, but we just can't as much anymore.
Trying to walk more, use less vehicle. Certain groceries don't need to indulge in as much sweets and as much non-nutritional food as much as possible. But yeah, gas, definitely trying to limit the vehicle usage.
It's making a difference on our businesses. So we have to be a lot more particular about our profit margins and our products that we're purchasing. I find it takes a lot more work for us to be making sure that that we're kind of shopping around when we need to. So I don't know if I've necessarily given anything up, but it definitely impacts every day of my personal and business life.
I'm just kind of cutting all corners. I'm in an interesting situation. I'm on ODSP and I have a part-time job, so I'm certainly not a stranger to limiting things when necessary.
Well, I'm more conscious of going out and eating. I find everything's just gone up. I may not shop as much. It's sort of, you're really looking at what you're spending per month.
Definitely a lot of impulse spending. That's for sure. Like a lot of extra clothing, a lot of extra things that I want versus what I need. That's definitely what I'm cutting down on.
We got rid of our car in town. We saved a couple $100 for the parking space, a couple $100 for gas, a couple $100 for insurance. It hasn't really impacted our food budget that much because, as I said, we eat fairly simply, and we know how to make the most out of what most people would not consider.